Alrighty, testing, 1, 2, 3. Huh. So this should be good. How is all of nobody doing? I am Dave. Gonna be playing some Receiver 2, and I'm going to attempt to explain this game a little bit as I play it. Um, but we recommend that you use a stream bitrate of 2500 kilobytes per second. Well, I've got something that's worth 25 kilobytes per second, but you can't see it because I don't have a webcam. Yeah. But anyway, I'll attempt to explain this game a little bit as I play it, but easiest way to describe it, what the hell? Oh, bloody hell. Just a moment. I have to turn this down a little bit. Where's my bitrate settings? That might be a good thing to have on me. Alright, fine. How about 3500? Greedy bitch. I'll have to restart the stream in order to get that going. Do 3500 and just pray it doesn't completely eat it, but I'm gonna have to stop and start it. Ready. Good. Thank you. Technical difficulties. Anyway, Receiver 2 is effectively a gun simulator and also a bit of a roguelite in which you essentially have to navigate a big scary world with a bunch of murder drones, some of which give me a freaking heart attack, and do so with the pistol you're given. And it is a gun simulator in the weirdest possible way, in that here are some of the controls. Here are the oh my goodness, you can't see anything. I am an idiot. I am glad I looked over. Anyway, but these are the entirety of the controls. I can manually manipulate the slide, eject a bullet, check it, and eject the magazine, or in this case, slap it. Oh, do not want to lose these. Don't know how many I'm gonna get. That's R. But everything is essentially separate. You have different keys for different functions, like removing the magazine, putting the magazine back in. So, like, E will eject the magazine, Z will put it back in, Z will slap it again. R and T will do that. Just R will eject around. G picks it up. T, I think it's possible to lock it. Lock the slide. And T is the slide lock, apparently. So you can hold it, eject a shell, press T, hold it, it'll lock it in place, and there's still bullets in the chamber, or bullets in the magazine. So it's not like, it's an empty mag that I'm locking on. And speaking as somebody who does own various firearms, this is appreciated in the sense that I can now use whatever knowledge I have to essentially play a game. If you shoot a balloon, you get like either 1 or 2 bullets, I don't know. But if you shoot 3 in a row, you obviously just spend 1 bullet to get many, many bullets. As soon as we come across an enemy, I will talk about that. Now, this game does deal in a number of dark themes, such as, you know, ending your life and other things that will get anything demonetized and generally become quite uncomfortable very fast. I imagine this game is actually quite loud. I'm going to turn that down as well. Bada bing, bada boom. And it's still a little loud. Running a compressor, so it's probably not helping. It's quite quiet, but, you know, if it's audible, then that's all that matters. I don't know what... No, I'm at the baseline. There's a tutorial before this. Every time you die, you go back to this sort of baseline. And that's annoying. Also, when this game first came out, like, this came out a number of months ago, but when it first came out, if you quit the game, you lost a level. And that was just a baffling design decision. But yeah. So, I mean, if anybody comes in and starts watching this at any point in time, prepare your butthole, because I'm most likely going to be talking about anime and HoloLive, because that's mostly what I've been doing when I get off work. Just watching anime and Gargura. Oh. Okay, now that's just a... what do we want to call those? It's just a turret. But every turret, everything has its own individual parts. Like if I shoot the battery under here, or right here, double feed. But yeah, this will jam as well. I don't remember jams being in Receiver 1, which I played an awful lot of, but they are in this game. Now, what you're doing is you're trying to find these tapes. If you look at the bottom right, it says tapes 0 of 5, which is the goal. You do 5, you find 5 tapes, and then you progress to the next level. And the tapes do this.
You have seen the signs around you. The gradual creeping, decay, and dysfunction. You have realized that constant fraud with the media and the people around you. You know that you are different. This is why you are ready to become a receiver. You have been issued a series of audio cassette tapes that are part of our system for advancing insight. By continually listening to these tapes, you will drown out and eventually counteract the negative influences from your environment. Once you have absorbed these tapes, you will have taken the first step towards awakening your true self. The media is a threat. We have a technique to help. We use tapes as part of this technique. You must listen to them to advance.
Rather archaic cult then, because my cult moved on to CDs years ago. But we have a oh, this will be a great opportunity to show like the turrets. But ooh, and more bullets. But you can hack them, but we'll get to that in a minute. But the base has like the battery and the motor, and if you disable that, if you disable the battery or the motor or whatever, it'll just disable the turret. We have the searchlight, which means that if you shoot that, it just can't see you. I think you can destroy the barrel body, so it doesn't do whatever. That right there is the camera, which I believe, you know, is required for the motion sensor to even see you, so you can just disable that altogether. That's the ammo box. You shoot that, and you actually get some ammo out of it. I think if you break a turret, you always get more ammo, more or less. But the most efficient way I find, or the easiest ways to just shoot, is to just shoot the barrel box or the ammo box, simply because it's the biggest target to hit. However, because we can go at a blunt impact, we're going to aim for the battery. There we go. It is possible, I believe, for a bullet to ricochet multiple times and kill you. I've not done that because I'm not an absolute spaz, but I believe it is possible. So, yeah. So, and ballistics are a factor. Like, you can glance a shot off of the body of a turret if you shoot it at an angle. Again, that's why I like shooting at the ammo box, because it's a very, very easy target. So something like this, just aim and poop. Now it can't even hit me. Because for one thing, the turrets are not loaded. Like when you first see them, they have no bullet in the chamber. So all you have to do is shoot that and they can't do anything. But if they shoot at you even once, they're loaded. So even if you shoot the ammo box, you just stand around and they'll shoot you. They'll kill you.
In the face of frustration, it's normal to feel anger and disappointment. Receivers are trained to understand and accept these feelings and allow them to flow through their mind unobstructed and out the other side, leaving only clarity and resolve.
Neat. But you know, there is a safety. Like, oh, the thing with the Beretta is it's a decocker and a safety, but it's just little things. Some things about this game are really kind of annoying. Like if you don't hold the holster button, you'll pull the trigger and shoot yourself. But you can negate that by activating the safety. But that's nifty. I'll try to show something. It's actually, there's strategy to what I want to show on the next turret, but it is one of those things you kind of want to be careful about. And I'll just tell you. But in Receiver 1, having the flashlight on meant that it could be a little bit more difficult to see the spotlights. But in this game, in this receiver, if you shine a light, the turrets will see you. Like, yeah, enemies can spot you further away if you shine your flashlight on them. You can turn off your flashlight by putting it in your inventory. Thanks, I already did that. And that's one thing I do recommend if you do play this. Map. Oh, scheisse. Ooh. I recommend binding your high point. But I recommend binding the first inventory slot to something really easy like a mouse thumb button or something. That way you can just turn the flashlight on and off. I did not know a high point had a safety until I played this game. And I just dropped the magazine. Duty. So, first thing you do when you load up a new... Or first thing you do when you come back to life is check to see if the gun has any bullets. It doesn't. This doesn't even have a slide lock, so... Screw me. Slap it a few times. Whop, whop. I'm surprised it didn't go off because it didn't really hold tab very long. Put the magazine up, and now we search the perimeter. The first thing you do when you load up a new thing is you just check to make sure everything is Gucci bandana. Ooh, and we get a new magazine. Which, I'm not a huge fan of extra magazines because I almost don't have a use for. What you saw was me taking a bullet out of a magazine, which is handy. That was a lot handier in Receiver 1, I found. Primarily because you could find a lot of magazines. This one has blanks. Like, if you look at the magazine, it has an X. It means for whatever reason, you can't load as many bullets into it. I don't know what the reason is, or why they're giving me so many. Oh, this one doesn't have the... This one's not got the stopper in it. Owie! Okay. Well, now you just... now you just saw... Oh, Lord. It's all gone cactus. And I just jammed my own gun. What the bloody frick? Okay. Let's put this up safely. Eject all the bullets out of this magazine. Drop it. Break out the new one. Load it up. Get the gun. Bap, bap, bop, bop. Okay. Boop, boop. Yippee-ki-yay. And suddenly, the Abstergo logo from Assassin's Creed. Because... references. Wonder... Oh, more magazine! Like, this is getting a little too generous. Yeah. I mean, if you're a bit of a gun enthusiast, you should probably get this game just because it's well made. It does have its problems. Usually with the RNG aspect, it's like, oh, look, all of these magazines. Swapping magazines in this game is not a simple process. Yeah, having extra is nice, but I'd rather just have the bullets, because after every encounter, I can, you know, eject it, put the gun up, and do everything I need to do. So one thing that this game does actually really do well is forcing you to adopt a process. Like, every time you enter a room, you're going to be looking for certain things. You're going to be moving about. Like, every time you turn a corner, you're going to be looking for blue lights and other things. And ooh, we got some lore, and we got balloons. Dang it. Is that a third one?
It's more like a fictional place than the real world. It's like someone made copies of copies and lost the original intent of all the objects long ago.
I don't even want that one. That one's busted monkey. Although I do want... No, I want that on slot 2, this in slot 3. Bap, check. Good. Oh, backward. I knew somebody who... Yeah, fuck that trash can in particular. Oh, that one's still closed. I have 2 ciders. Hard cider and insider. That one doesn't seem to be too interested. Oh, now he is. Yeah! You broke something other than my underpants. Boop. Now, something the game doesn't do that well in explaining is the hacking, so it's likely that the first time you do it, you're going to end up injuring yourself, i.e. dying. But you just have to play this little pressure mini-game, and then you get free ammo. So, you do want to take on the enemies, because you will get ammo. And a lot of the tapes are going to be hidden under the turrets. Felt it. I heard that.
Many experts consider the High Point Yeet Cannon to be more of a low point in the history.
Yeet Cannon?
High Point ran an internet survey asking for name ideas for their newest C9 pistol.
Bad idea.
It narrowly defeated the name Problem Solver, referring to a viral video in which a gangster tried to pass off his High Point C9 as a Glock 40.
Did I see a turret?
High Point weapons are especially popular with criminals because
yeah, it's in there.
Disposable burner phones. Just use them once and throw them away. Tom Deeb took this problem very seriously and worked with forensic experts to make sure High Point weapons leave as much forensic information as possible and cannot be used with common high-capacity magazines. It broke his heart when one of his carbines was used to shoot kids at Columbine. He never fully recovered.
By never fully recovered, does that mean he's dead and died depressed and or, you know, boot to the head by his own influence, or what was that? Another magazine. It's like freaking Christmas come early, and I don't even have a gun out in case I was about to get yeet cannoned myself. So it is possible to do a pacifist run. That's the weird thing about this game. You're good enough, you can actually play it completely as a pacifist, which I don't recommend, because you'll do a whole lot of running into blind situations. On the one hand, this flashlight thing, being able to, you know, attract drones in your direction is great, but when you get into idle drones or stalker drones, those things get mean.
In a cold, endless sea of hard vacuum. After she was rejected by her first choice school and her backup, the threat tried to kill her with a razor blade. While the scars healed, she learned the hidden truth. While science allows us to manipulate our world of shadows in reality B, it tells us nothing about our core existence in reality A. Just as atoms combine to form molecules and molecules combine to form cells, and neurons combine to form your mind. Our minds combine to form humanity, and humanity combines to form the highest concentration of information in the known universe. In reality, we are all part of the same radiant tapestry. That is where our true meaning lies. Now, Jen eventually found her calling as a psychologist, specializing in the study and treatment of existential depression. You
Oh,
have seen
okay.
the signs
That's great.
around
We're getting repeats, and I'm not entirely certain if destroying what I destroyed was going to save me or not.
you. You realize
Ooh.
that something is wrong with the media and the people around you.
Oh, no.
That you are different.
No stinky, Sherlock. This freaking...
You're ready to become.
There's all kinds of things wrong with the media.
You have been issued a series of audio cassette tapes that are part of our system for education. Inside. Continually listening to these tapes, you will drown out and eventually counteract the negative influences from your environment. Once you have absorbed these tapes, you will take
Absorb.
the first step towards
You just stick them into your stomach, and they're like...
The media is a threat. We have a technique to help. We use tapes as part of this technique. You must listen to them to advance.
Now the risking hack... Oh! I not only scared the snot out of myself, but I shot the snot out of myself. Oh, bollocks. Yeah, but at least we get the Glock. Have a prob, rent a Glock. Oh, I knew this was going to happen. This just never-ending spiral of me being an absolute spastic. Now, the fun thing with this Glock is it actually is a Glock 17, but it has a full auto mod, so when it's like this, it shoots full auto and is useless, even though it's fun. And then you have semi-auto, which is functionally identical to... Why did that just happen? Ah, whatever. No, take the magazine out, Dave. This is a thing with, like, VR and stuff like that. If I were to be playing something like this in VR, I think I'd do marginally better with gun manipulation, just because it would be closer to actual muscle memory. I'm kind of annoyed. Because on the one hand, I'm really trying to keep up commentary, but I'm also... Like, I am trying to keep up commentary. But, I also need to listen and pay attention. And also, let you listen and pay attention. So it's like, game volume can't be too loud, even though it's barely registering. Very wide range of audio. Well, at the risk of nobody being able to hear anything or hearing too much, we're gonna have it like this. The one trouble is, all of my previous streams, I'm not saying that I'm expecting people to watch this, but they all seem to be, like, scheduled. And I don't know why. Well, whatever. At least it's not being saved. At least this is not being saved onto my hard drive, so I can actually post it. I mean, I actually am kind of on the verge of needing a new computer right now, because this one's getting goofy, and I'm really legit surprised it has not flat out crashed, or my graphics card hasn't crashed. Because I'm still using the same rig that I had in 2013, which I upgraded in 2014, so this is still 2014 technology running fairly modern games. This game is technically modern, even it was an indie game by Wolffire, who are responsible for the Overgrowth game that I've never been able to master. Even though I put a decent amount of time into it. That's the really goofy thing. Put a fair amount of time into Overgrowth and just couldn't get on with it. Partially because when I was playing it, and it was still in early access, and I got used to the combat system, then they updated it, and the freaking thing just... like, for whatever reason, it didn't make sense. I guess they increased difficulty or changed how it worked. I forget exactly. But I didn't care enough to... Bro, that's a good one. I actually dropped two, like, on one of the catwalks with the grates on it. Not like this grate, but, you know, the less grate. I dropped 2 full magazines down through the floor. And I was sad, because I had to go a significant portion of level 1. No, it was like level 2. It was even worse, with, like, no ammo, because I lost all of it. Alright. Listening, thinking, talking, and also managing to control this game, that's a challenge. I think I'm doing okay. But, no, I don't want that. You know, I think it's put, like, if you drop one, it might spawn in, like, later. Almost as compensation. I don't actually understand how this works, because I'm dumb. It's another one exactly like the other. Anyway. Open sesame. Oh. Lag. This is not a Twitch shooter. And I mean in the sense of something like Call of Duty or Doom. But it is a shoot. But it is a game that you need. You're gonna want at least some frame rates. Otherwise, you'll just have a bad day. The bullet penetrated the base. You can almost see the bullet holes. But penetrated the base, went through, broke the glass behind it. Which we can now walk through. Which we can now walk through. Which we can now ram into. Okay. And... chance that the tape is actually out here. That has... kind of thing does happen. Probably in this room. Now, one thing that I did turn off, and there's a number of accessibility features that you could turn off. One thing that I turned off was the tap to sprint, because I had too many instances when I accidentally was like trying to inch up to a corner and I would sprint off the edge. Because what originally you're supposed to tap W and you would move about as fast as you could tap the button. More magazine. Ooh, good magazine.
That something is wrong with the media and the people around you. You know that you are different. This is why you are ready to become a receiver. You have been issued a series of audio cassette tapes that are part of our system for advancing insight. By continually listening to these tapes, you will drown out and
is there 2 in here?
The negative influences from your environment.
Another one nearby.
Once you have absorbed these tapes, you will have taken the first step.
Don't want that turret to see me though.
Your true self. The media is a threat. We have a technique to help.
Oh.
We use tapes as part of this technique. You must listen to them to advance.
Unfortunately, that turret's just a bit of a dumbass. And is totally exposed. Hello! I hit the exact wrong spot. I did. Do that instead. Or, do this instead. Eat it. Yeah, that was a lot of wasted ammo. So what we'll do is we'll take bullets out of there. We'll go ahead and just put them in here. I'm surprised it didn't jam. Every single time I've messed with full auto, it's ended up just completely going cactus.
Receivers know that the biggest predictor of success is true grit. The ability to maintain resolve in the face of adversity. The only way to develop this trait is through practice.
I'm gonna reenact that one scene from episode 6 of Panty and Stocking. Watch this. Unfortunately, I'm not panty. I'm underwear. Strongbow is the only thing I've ever seen that has an exact calorie count on it. It says, serving size, 11.2 fluid ounces. 1 serving per container. Calories, 172. Everything else literally just has just the closest approximation, and we get to use the Model 10. Hell yes. Still have the flashlight. Usually, I find that it usually does not give you a flashlight on level 1. I wonder why it's doing it now. Now, the revolvers are fun because they're far more reliable. They don't jam. It's just they're a little hard. In fact, I find them faster to load, too. You can spin the cylinder, slap them shut, cock the hammer back for every shot. Otherwise, you'll have a sort of a wind-up. It's like this is an instant shot, whereas this is not. But you can fan it. Like if you hold, this is cool. But if you cock it back, hold it. In this case, it's F. F is always cocked back, I think. And then you pull the trigger and release. You can decock it, but then you can cock it again and release it and shoot it, so you can fan it. Or not, because the cylinder doesn't rotate. Never mind, I'm an idiot. And if you hold V and G at the same time, you just pick up all of the unspent shells. Rotate. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Click. Yeah. Love revolvers. In real life, especially. I have a Colt single action replica. That's like my favorite thing ever. In fact, almost embarrassingly, I own a facsimile of nearly every gun in this game. With the exception of the M9. My dad owns that. Because I'm in Texas. Let's push every wrong button then. You know, one of the weirdest comments, or replies to a comment I ever got was... There was a video, I was watching a video, and I mentioned that I was from Texas. And there was a reply that said, "Why are 2 of your senators born outside the U.S.?" And I just told him, I don't know, ask their parents. I'll be honest, I'm very bad in terms of, I'm not politically involved. I don't know monkey about really anything political. Can I just shut this off until we get to something more interesting? Like that, I wish there was a button to skip or fast forward or rewind or do something with the tapes other than just have them play. Or have I just missed that the entire time? Reset game, hold L. No. I do not want to do that. But when we get to the later ones, I'll go ahead and turn it on. Or turn the... I'll turn the voice back on just so we can have like the more crazy ones to listen to. The bad. This. Oh. I believe there's the light is not its entire viewing cone. I think it does shy off just a little. I mean, they're getting closer together. I think there's like a, almost like a dynamic difficulty thing where if you just start sucking, it'll eventually just start putting stuff closer together. But that doesn't work with the later levels because every time you die, it just resets. Or it takes you down a level. What is going on with the... I just looked at the captions and it went, ah! Oh, Lord. Should be easy. I'm Fam Shisher. Okay. And I think if you don't do... I don't know if there was music. Okay. And I mentioned a little earlier that I was probably going to end up talking about HoloLive, and this is the part where I start doing that. So if you don't like that, then you might want to click off. And you can click off in multiple ways. But they, for the longest time, for a while now, at least, I've at least heard of HoloLive, but I've never interacted with them. There was something to do with, Inugami Korone that I'd seen before. Nothing much. But I can't even remember why I clicked on something, but it was for the little... There's the last tape. But it was for the little shark girl, Gargura. And I just started watching. And her voice was just so pleasant that I've basically just been watching clip after clip after clip of Gargura just because her voice is so freaking pleasant. Break the glass. There was another one. That one just not go off? Huh. That was weird. But no, I don't watch all of them, but I do watch... I'm watching kind of that knit group that they have, where it's Gargura, Annabelle Watson, or Anemily, whatever her name is, Watson. Amelia, and Ina less so. I've not really gotten into Ina, but the whatever her name is, Mori Calliope, I don't know. She's cool. Oh my goodness, we're bringing the thunder. Now the game gets darker and scarier. This second level, fewer lights are on, and this is where they get the shock drones in, I think. It's either this one or the next one where they bring the flying taser bot shock drones that I think I'm literally afraid of. Those things scare the shit out of me, and the noise they make is horrifying. Reminds me of growing up in the Houston area. There's like red wasps and stuff that are basically kamikaze. Oh yeah, symbolism. Because this game was made not in the US, so there is a degree of subtlety. One thing we're going to be missing out on are, like, as long as I have the audio off, or the vocal audio off, it's going to be missing a few things. I wonder, if I turn the light off in here, is that reflection going to reflect that? I found a plot hole! Anyway. It's, I can't remember if it's this level, or the next one that has just the maniacal shock drones and or the sleeping drones, which will also give me a heart attack because it's just you walk into a dark area and then you just hear beep, and well, you're probably going to meet your maker pretty soon if you hear that, at least in the wrong spot. And I've not, other than a little blinking light that's very hard to see, I've not found a definitive way to find out if they're even around in any given area. Fortunately, we have a deagle, which basically means we win. I do need to see. Okay. So we got two turrets eyeballing the same area. No real blind spots, but they are similarly timed. If you're really groovy, it's possible to get a turret to shoot another turret. But I'm not gonna make that kind of chance. Even if you don't kill it, the deagle will basically knock it over. Well, that's the motor. That's the sound of the motor being gone. But that also means I think it could still shoot. So we don't want to get in front of it unless we want to be sent to the morgue. But it also can't turn if we fail this. I'm going to drink my Strongbow. I've not had Strongbow since Mr. Patrick and I streamed Doki Doki Literature Club. That was a fun time. But, okay. Now, later levels actually give you fewer tapes to find because of the difficulty spike. Because I think it's like the one after this is 4, and then the one after that is, I think, just 3. Either that or it's the final level that's 3. Which, talking of which, I've never beaten this game. Like, I've gotten to the next to last, like the penultimate level. Never farther. Oh, hang on. Okay. That's an up and down swinging thing. Therefore, it's a shock drone. And there it is. Damn it. Okay. I don't know if you heard that, but... Okay, listen to the noise. Hopefully you can hear it. I want to pull up OBS again and see if we can... Yeah, listen to that noise. How could you not poo your pants? And you can hack them. You can hack every drone in the game. Or everything in the game. But it's just... These are more difficult because, obviously, they don't operate the same way. But that hadn't stopped me before. Why should it stop me now? We're gonna slap this one when we have the chance. I seriously, Desert Eagle is a win button. All you have to do is just point, click, and whatever's in your way just disappears. Oh, he's over there. Okay. I could use some bullets. But you also need to be more careful with the Desert Eagle than any other gun, because I'm pretty sure it's a shot to the leg. Like, if you mishandle the holstering, I'm pretty sure it's just dead. Like, you don't come back from it. So it actually holds more risk. I actually want to keep that. Getting louder in here. So here's where that tape is. We can hack that. I want to risk it, though. I could. I have a habit of holstering the gun before I'm safe. Boop. Hooray, more ammo. Action Express. And we can go up Where's the ladder? Oh, come on. Don't make me seem crazy. There's a... Not this ladder, but there's a ladder too. Oh, it's over there. Actually, it's just a hole. What's that? Oh, it's a disc. Got a hidden disc. Oh, so that's just a hole to death, I guess. No, it's covered up. But you can access a top floor by doing that. And I suppose there is a top floor just because I heard a drone. Not a drone. A turret. But it's also... Oh. Blocked off. Finish a sentence, Dave. I don't know. Very difficult for me to talk when I have no one to talk to. Wow. That's a lot of damage. I'm pretty sure it just tore through the entire thing. Like, I'd be willing to bet it just tore through, like, the whole body. That was an absolute decimation. Wow, I love this thing. Like, I don't really actually like Desert Eagles that much in real life. Like, they're just massive, expensive. And if it sees us, we're dead. But they're massive, expensive. They recoil like a freaking pig. No, 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 no. Bad. Okay. We fail this, it's over. No way to escape from a failure here. Ay, 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 I'm a little butterfly. Spread my fucking wings as I soar across the sky. Okay. But there's achievements in this for, like, not firing a single shot and clearing an entire level without, like, alerting any drones or anything like that. So, it does reward you for being an absolute maniac. In the same way that it doesn't always reward you for searching and putting yourself at risk. Okay. This is new. Well, it's not new, it's different. Okay. I wonder if the tables break. I don't think I've ever tested to see if the glass tables have the same shatter effect as everything else. Just in case it does break, I want it to break the window behind with a ricochet. Watch this. This is some skills. Well, maybe not skills, but certainly something that pays the bills. Oh, it did! Ain't that nifty. Where'd it go? Oh, and there's the bullet hole. I love games that really think about their ballistics. And this is one of them. I like this game. I cannot believe I didn't look over. That could have been the end. The ladder's there. We'd probably be safe in the corner by, like, sort of to the side of it. I don't want to risk it, and I'd rather just... Well, I knocked it over. Didn't solve the problem. Just prevented a different one. Oh. Some windows can't be busted through. And there's problems. Okay. Regroup and strategize. Because those things can and will break through glass. Oh, and there's tape up here. On the other side, I think. Avoid that door so nobody sees us. Magazine? Ah. Not too fussed. Oh, this is easy. Look at this crap. We don't even need to. hack this one. I'm going to. Then we're gonna go slap some cheeks in the other room. Take that. Let's go slap some cheeks. I swear the shock drone's kind of cheap though. Because of that, like, that didn't even really... Low FPS, panic, and this game not being Doom. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. Well, at least we keep the deagle. At least we... Deagle. Now, one thing you gotta try to avoid doing is getting too reckless and too confident. Yeah. Can the nobody watching this clip that? Because that was great. Alright. Okay. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this like freaking receiver one. I don't give a crap about this sort of way. Not everyone can bunny hop their way out of trouble in a game that doesn't have... Uh-oh. Fell off a tall building. You know, I could have sworn, I think there was some note, some patch note or something that said they added like a unique thing for, a unique message for jumping off a building. I've not seen it, but then again, I don't just jump off buildings very often. Oops. I hate it when I don't do that correctly. Okay. Magazine is in my inventory. Well, we have 7 bullets. Gonna give this one more. Ooh. That's a far better proposition. So I'm gonna put you on the ground. Give me all that. I want you to join the U.S. Army. Or Dave's Army. In the Republic of Dave. Alright. What's that? This is becoming a common theme, isn't it? Just not keeping my finger off the trigger. Boop. Alright. This one thing is, I don't find the tape music to be directional. It's just proximity. Whee! Reckless abandon. Very reckless. Very, very reckless. I imagine winning the game by doing nothing but this. That would be a son of a bear. Okay. Since I said this is gonna be my final run, let's see how far we could get just by running around like a madman. Anybody hear tape? Something over there. Oh, bad, 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 bad. The moment I jumped, I was like, I probably shouldn't have jumped, and I jumped anyway. That's steam. Anyway. Oh, look. There was no tape, so I don't care. Is there a tape in here? No, but there's bullets. Run, run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me because I'm Stan the Runner Man. Ay, ay, ay! That was freaking Mirror's Edge right there. Fired one shot, and it was at the ground. Oh, yeah. Brah. Arrah, arrah. Arigato gozaimasu. I don't actually know that much Japanese. It's like Ohayo gozaimasu stuff. Wait. Yeah. Couldn't find the thing. So I'm going to go take a pee and hopefully have an epiphany as to if this is even being shown. Because again, every time this doesn't seem to be saving. It doesn't go public afterward. Or it's not like something that's just immediately available. So I don't know if this is being like recorded and then trying to be scheduled or what's going on. But here we go. I gotta go take a pee. I'm gonna go do something. 100 butts in here. 5% alcohol. That ain't nothing. That's water. That's Ukrainian water. Are these twist off caps? Nope. Can't be. I can't. I have to be a man and break it off with my sheer force of will. Be right back. I'm back and I have some string cheese. But yeah. There's a thing that I always wonder about. How do people talk to nobody and be entertaining? How do people foster a relationship with the internet where people reply? I mean, I've been on YouTube since 2008. Not on this channel, but I've been on YouTube since 2008. I've still not figured out how somebody can be so good at being funny and joking and likable when they're alone in their house and sober. Some people compensate by not being sober, but by completely losing their minds and just, you know, just kind of going crazy. There was one VTuber was like Sezuna says I have no idea. What was her name? I watched a video by her like just earlier today. Let's see. No. Baga. Where is it? French fries. What? Oh, shoot. Just doing window capture. That's freaking interesting. Huh? Oh, well. Window capture is fun, too. This is when I said that I been on YouTube for 10 years. This is literally the account that I'm using. Like half of these channels that I'm subscribed to don't even post content anymore. I say is all but one of them has no notifications. But it's like 82 subscriptions and most of them are inactive. That's whatever. Where in the shit? Who was it? Baga. I don't know. I legit have no idea. I mean, it's like YouTube is still like recommending things, but I can't. You saw on video history. You saw all the Gura ones. I forgot where I was going with all that. It's like there's one I saw. Oh, it was a one VTuber who had over 1 million subscribers, and she was apparently very funny and whatever, but she stopped posting. And she was kind of really bad about being drunk all the time. She stopped posting, and I don't know. Yeah. I don't really talk to anybody. Not really. I'm not alone, like I don't live alone, but that's part of the problem. Because I don't live alone, but I don't live in a way that allows me to just be completely insane. And I don't mean like getting drunk or whatever. I mean, I'm drinking alcohol, but at 2:23 in the afternoon. Shut up. That Strongbow, it's 5%. I could drink that whole case and not feel shit. But I want to reach a point where I can feel unrestricted, like I can scream and shout and let it all out, and actually be me. And I guess streaming was just kind of like, I have to do something, because if I sit by myself and do nothing, I get so anxious and paranoid, it's not even funny. Talking of anxious and paranoid, how about caffeine? Coca-Cola. And Strongbow. Enough bubbly going around to swamp an entire sorority. But yeah. I just wonder how everyone does it. And I suppose I was going to come on here and try to be laughing and joking and stuff like that, but combination of insecurity and paranoia. I think it just kind of floored that. YouTube was trying to access my webcam. Do I even still have that plugged in? I don't know. I'm introverted. But especially for my personality type, which if you look it up is INTJ, you'd think that I'd be really happy kind of being by myself, but in some ways I'm like, I've got to talk to somebody, I've got to do something. I've got a lot of creative projects that I feel like I can't get off the ground because I'm frozen. I'm frozen where I am. Scared and stupid to change. Yeah. Well, let's find something fun and amusing to do. Oh, I say that. I think an hour. An hour is a good amount of time. And, you know, I know nobody's going to watch this, so I suppose it's... And YouTube's probably not going to make it public. So it's not like anything I just said is going to make it out in the universe anyway. I just had to get it off my chest. So, yeah. If you watched this, then thank you for watching. But I know you didn't, so... be well. Be well, stay safe, and... I'll figure something out later.